Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Wow. Okay, guys, so I'm trying something different. I'm trying to do more of like a straight on kind of thing. Instead of looking down. I was getting yelled at for it. So we'll try it and we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for your support. I want to start off with that because it means so much. And this week has been such a crazy emotional week. So many ups and downs, but it was amazing. You guys made Pops' week, and I just can't thank you guys enough. And also, guys, don't forget to continue to keep praying and sending all of your love to the people going through the fires and the hurricanes. It's a crazy time out there, so just keep praying for everybody. And yeah, let's dive right into 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way, Season 2, Episode 13, Sticks and Stones. Guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with Devon and Jihoon. I was feeling better. Of course, we know what we know now, knowing that they're not together, but if we only had this episode to go off of, I would feel so much better at this point because we start off and we start celebrating the 100-day birth celebration, which I think that's so beautiful, especially, if that was an awful, that just sounds awful that was a time that, that was even had to be a thing to celebrate 100 days, So I think it's a beautiful thing that they're doing it. I think that Devon has a great attitude about it. And I think, it's only that damn translator. And I have a theme today, guys. All damn day, okay? And that damn translator. Guys, we have 30 in the room. Everyone go ahead and like this video. That way we can continue to get more eyes. But no, this translator, I cannot. Jihoon ends up leaving. He was trusted again with Drusilla, which I have no clue why, especially after Devon's mom was like, you're going to get her killed. It was kind of insane that Devon let him, but I'm sure that she sent producers or something with him. When they're sitting there, Devon ends up sitting there with Jihoon's mom, and they start talking about what does it take to be like a good Korean daughter-in-law. And they have to talk back and forth with the translator. So if you haven't seen it, this damn translator, the thing that I'm getting so excited about, is ruining everything. Not like there's not already a communication and language barrier enough, and that Devon and Jihoon don't have their own problems. This translator is going to be the death of the relationship. I swear it has to be. What is expected of a Korean daughter-in-law? Not a lot, Jihoon's mom said. But then it translated to without much hope. And then Devon's like, oh, that's real nice of you. And then the whole don't talk thing, that she shouldn't talk, that's not what Jihoon's mom was saying either. So it was one thing after another. And I'm glad to see by the end of this, once they went to the party, that Jihoon's family really took Devon and Drusilla in. They accepted him. And Taeyang, I think that was so awesome. I think it was great that they took in Drusilla because in Korean culture, it's definitely frowned upon because Devon is, she has a baby from another man and she's a single mother. So it wasn't obviously the most ideal daughter-in-law. But the way that they're treating her and the way Devon did well with Jihoon's grandma, I was all for it. Vira, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Devon's grandma, or Jihoon's grandma, was sitting there, and I like that she was kind of like the gangster of the family. Like, she's the head honcho. You have to get through her if you want to succeed in this family. And I noticed that, especially with a lot of foreign countries, I feel like the grandma is calling the shots. I feel like Asuelo's mom is calling the shots, So it's kind of interesting to watch. But Devon did a great job, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but her face lit up the whole room when she got so excited about the money. They're all handing her money, donations, and she's like, oh, this is nice, this is great. So I know she liked that, and I feel like we were finally starting to make a step in a positive direction. I think that, we were kind of making traction here, but again, guys, she just up-traded Jihoon for Jihoon 2.0. I don't know if you guys saw the photos, but check out my community tab. I'll post them later. All right, guys, let's go to Ariela and Binyam. 59 in the room, guys. Let's get 70. Do you think they bought the translator at Amazon? Ha ha. Hermione, yes, they probably did. They probably did. Adam, did you see Dorinda announce she is not coming back? So guys, yes, I'm doing my Super Bravo Tuesday tonight at 6 p.m. We have a lot to talk about. Dorinda exiting is one of them. And I titled tonight's episode, The Diamonds Are Coming and the Apples Are Going. There is a lot of shakeup in the Bravo world right now, so it's crazy. But let's stick to TLC right now. Ariela and Binyam. So this actually kind of broke my heart, to watch Ariela's mom take off. Hermione, thank you so much for the super sticker. I've seen it so much I don't even have to, look at that. Can't wait to buy my own shirt, she said. I'll have them ready for you. Aria feels pressured to stay with Binyam, and it was so sad to watch her say goodbye. Honestly, I felt awful for her, but it's kind of a reality check. She has to see that, you know, her mom's not going to be there forever. And her mom has tried explaining this the whole time. She's like, Ariela, what are you going to do? You're moving to a third world country. Like, her mom literally held her hand through the process of moving to Ethiopia, kind of showing her, you don't have to do this. You can do something different. You can, you know, you can come back home with me. The baby can have a better life. You know, I know you want to be with Binyam, but you really need to take care of yourself first and foremost. Ariela feels pressured. She feels like, you know, I don't want to leave him like his ex did. I don't want to just take the baby and leave and just be another disappointment in Binyam's life. But I agree with Ariela's mom. At this point, she has to take care of herself. Alabama Camper, thank you so much for the super sticker. She has to take care of herself because it's, I mean, come on. You have a lot to think about, especially birthing a baby in a third world country when you have all of these other things that are allotted to you. But again, like I said, reality is starting to hit. And as soon as the mom leaves, which she did say, what am I? And then she said, you're the positive gangster. I love that moment because I have such a good relationship with my mom. So I thought it was super cool. And that actually made me sad, the whole thing. But you're a positive gangster. Ariela ends up telling Binyam, you know, I'm not looking forward to being alone with you. I'm not happy about it. And she's crying and he's like, you know, I know you're upset. You're hormonal. You're emotional. He didn't say hormonal, but, you know, you're pregnant. And she looks like she's about to dip out and leave. Now, as of Instagram right now, we see that she hasn't left, but I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't really see her sticking this through, especially, I just think reality is hitting her. And I think it's all starting to hit really fast. And your one thing that you want is a little oven so you can cook on in the bathrooms and the living accommodations. No. I'm going to go ahead and share the call-in screen so you guys can, oh, here we go. 1 second, guys. That way you guys can start calling in. And then I'm going to move on to Brittany and Yazan. And I'm going to continue all damn day. Okay. All right, guys, Brittany and Yazan. So Yazan's family has done snoop through Brittany's feed and hit the fan. Everything hit the fan. And now I guess they're gossiping about it. So obviously it doesn't take a genius to find out that with, you know, Yazan being Islamic, that Brittany, her controversial posts, they're not going to work for the family. Let's just say that. The bikini posts are not going to work with the thongs, everything. It's just not going to work. Brittany should have known that anyways coming over here because she knows she's coming to Jordan. This is not Florida. It's not Palm Beach, Brittany. And this is not a rap music video. She loves her rap music videos. She loves to do them in her bathing suits. And I think she does great music videos. I thought she did awesome, but it's obviously just not accepted in Jordan. And I don't know why she's not getting that. Brittany is wanting to maintain who she is while still loving Yazan and having Yazan love her. But unfortunately, you went over there. So you have to play by their rules. Brittany, she seems to think that she's going to put her foot down and she's going to hold her own. Unfortunately, I feel like this starts to get a little bit dangerous because I think this could easily cross a line where she could be considered being disrespectful to their culture. And when you're in a different country, I just don't know how many of these things that you should really play with. And I feel like it could easily be, you know, construed as disrespect. What else? Brittany rage texted the hell out of Yazan. She went off on him and it's embarrassing for him. It's emasculating. Do you think over in Jordan, you think the wives rage text the men? No way. There's no way that would ever happen. No one would ever get away with that. So Brittany's, she's pushing it. When they asked her to delete her social media, though, I think that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. She was like, hell no, I am not deleting my social media. You're not going to bully me. I lead my own life. I'm not taking it down. And he's like, I thought we talked about this. I thought that we agreed that you're going to take it down. And she said, I'm not taking it down. You agreed, and that's not happening. And I'm actually looking forward to it because next week they're going to end up, she's going to end up saying that she needs to go back to Florida, and you know he's going to freak about that. Guys, 90 in the room. Let's hit 100. Everyone hit the like button. Grandma Scary, thank you so much for the super sticker. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my first caller, Dana. Hi, Dana. How are you? Oh, she fell out. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Hi.
How are you? I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. I was giving other people a chance to call in. Didn't want to be a picky.
No, don't ever think that. Call in whenever you want.
So what are we starting on?
Wait, okay, so far I've covered Brittany and Yazan, Ariela and Binyam, and Devon and Jihoon. I haven't got to Tim and Melyza yet, and I haven't got to Kenneth and Armando.
Well, with Brittany and Yazan, I think she's just playing a stupid game at this point. And I agree with Jamal in the comments. He was dumb for bringing her over because obviously the communication is not there. They're in no way ready to get married. And I think she wants it both ways. Like, if you're trying to marry a Muslim man and live in a Muslim country, you can't have your ass out on your social media. And, she's not taking it seriously. I'm just done with her. She just needs to go back to Florida and just stop it. Ariel, I felt really bad for her because it all seemed to have crashed down at her at one time, realizing the repercussions of the decision that she's made to have unprotected sex with a man that she's known for a few weeks, get pregnant, and decide to go back to his country to have a baby with technically a stranger, and your mommy's not there to back you up.
And I think it was so real how it hit. It just, And
her pregnancy hormones just amped that up a bit, I felt really bad for her. But the good thing is that Binyam, he could have went off and said, I don't understand what's happening. But instead he tried to soothe her. He tried to understand. And then at the end, what really broke me is when he said, please don't leave me.
I know.
Because he's imagining this girl taking his second child and leaving him, and he's not involved in another child's life. I feel really bad for both parties concerned, and I do hope that they overcome their obstacles. I really do.
I appreciate you calling in, Debbie, and I agree. I think that both parties, it's just, this is an awful situation, but I hope they make it work, I hope, honestly, she just has to adjust at this point. She has to adjust if she wants to make it work.
And both of them have to compromise. He has to understand that she's come from a totally different, environment and has different expectations. And she has to understand she has to be patient because he's willing to give her the world. She's just got to take it a step at a time and not expect everything at once. I'm anticipating her little wig out next week. I think the editing is making it bigger than what it will turn out to be. I'm hoping. But yeah, I'm anticipating that little meltdown next week.
Yeah, I think next week's actually probably going to be better than this week. But Debbie, I appreciate you calling. I'm going to go ahead and hit the other couples. And then if you want to, stay down and I'll bring you guys back up.
Okay.
All right. I said you guys like there was somebody else in the room with her, but okay. I also have Carla in the room and Shannon Van. So I'm going to bring everybody back up. But before, I just want to get through this and hit these last two couples. I always like to favor Melyza's name like Melyza because I think I'm saying it with an accent. And I don't even know if that's appropriate. I think I just need to say Melyza. But I really love her name regardless. So, oh, wait, Kenneth and Armando, the taco stand. Let's talk about that first. Kenneth and Armando. Okay, so obviously Kenneth is starting to kind of figure out that Mexico is not Florida. The taco stand, adios, and I'm not going to say it on here. I could not believe that. And wow, what a reality check. From the bathroom. Of course, not every bathroom is going to be like that. But, it's kind of just like Ariela. You're starting to realize this is not like it's not like it is where you come from. You're coming to a different country and you have to start adapting to their culture and to their country. Kenneth freaked when he saw the bucket and that's how you flush the toilet. And Armando was kind of like, really? You don't know how to do this? You've never done this before? Kenneth is like, no, especially not after I just got done eating my tacos. I'm not going to stick my hand and a bucket that goes into a toilet. And at least I think that's what Kenneth is thinking. So as they're sitting there talking and having these different discussions with Kenneth's daughters, this man walks by and he says a homophobic slur. So he said, adios. And again, I'm not going to say it. And that really sparked up the conversation. And I almost felt bad for Kenneth's daughters. Actually, it's not almost, I did, because you could totally tell they were enraged. And then they were also sad. They know that we're leaving our dad here and this is how it's going to be. What I was more afraid of is when Kenneth was like, I wanted to say something to him. I'm like, Kenneth, you need to sit down, man. This is not Florida. It's not your local bar that you might get into a bar fight and get punched in the face. Like, this can get really dangerous really fast. Even when his daughter started to pop off a little bit, Armando was like, stop, please. For our safety, like, you have to let this go. And Armando kind of proceeded to defend his argument in the first place as to why he doesn't really want to exhibit PDA. He doesn't want to have PDA around because he's afraid for their safety. And again, I think Kenneth is starting to get this. Kenneth is saying, don't let them silence us and take away our love and kind of suppress us. But Armando's like, we can still be in love. We just, in public, we need to kind of tone it down a little bit. I'm honestly team Armando. I don't do PDA anyways in public, and it's not a big deal if you do. But I'm team Armando in the case of he's looking out for Kenneth's safety. And even the way that Kenneth went into the bathroom and made a whole scene out of that, I can only imagine with the cameras, 4 to 5, 6 cameras following you, and you're like, ew, you're being completely disrespectful to the culture, or at least they could probably, I could see where they could interpret it, because they might think, oh, do you think you're better than us? Do you come from somewhere better? And then that could easily pop something off. So I just feel like this is one kind of issue after another. I don't know. I can't wait, because I know everybody's going to have something to say about that. But before we do, let's go on to Tim and Melyza, because I felt hopeful for him for a second. Tim and Melyza. Tim's looking for a job. I kind of related to his story a little bit in this episode because, guys, 115 in the room. Let's hit 120. Everyone hit that like button. Because he's looking for a job, and as soon as he calls a taxi, a scooter pulls up, a motor scooter. When it pulls up, Tim's like, oh no, I'm not getting on that. And the reason I said I can kind of relate is because I actually moved to Thailand for a few months, a little over 4 months. I did with my fiance about 5 years ago, and we moved there. We were modeling and stuff, and that's how we paid for our food and stuff. That's how we survived. So when we would have to go to different jobs, I would actually have to call either a tuk-tuk, which are those little scooter things, or I would have to call one of the go-kart, like golf cart things, or one of the scooters. And you just get on and you hold on to the back and hope that you get there. But it was the craziest experience of my life. And yeah, I'll never forget it. But when I saw it, I was like, come on, Tim, be a man, get on the back of that scooter. But he wasn't. So that's okay. He ended up going to employment services and, or that's at least what I'm going to call it, and interviewing to try to see if they could possibly place him somewhere. He has some skills, software engineer, so-and-so, whatever. But what I was most impressed with was his ability to kind of hold his own in the conversation, trying to get placed for a job. At least that was until she asked 3 words to describe yourself, and it took him 3 minutes to give her 3 words. I think that's how I felt about it. When he's like, 3 words, and then you say financial, and then she laughed. Like, thank God there's a language barrier, because if you can't think, like, what about hard work, like teamwork? That was good, but hardworking, committed, loyal. Come on. He's like, 3 words. I can't think of any that would really describe me, or at least that would be appropriate. I don't even know what to say about that, because then what does that say about you, really? But I'm not going to throw shade at you, Tim. I still think it's great that you were trying to get a job. And I hope that Melyza kind of lays off of you a little bit, even though I don't think she's going to do that. But I hope that, she does. What else? Talking in the interview. Yes. When they were talking in the interview, she pretty much told Tim, this woman, she said, listen, the only way you're going to get a job is one of 2 things. You're going to get a work visa. Okay. Or you're going to get married. That's obviously, he's freaking out about this. And why? Because he cheated on her. Melyza's she's not even liking him right now. The parents don't like him. The dad said you might as well just go home pretty much. The mom's like, I'm never going to trust you. And Melyza looks at him like she can't stand him. She looks so disgusted with him. And I don't know if that's just what I'm taking from that, but I understand she had a soft place in her heart for him and she really loved him. But this seems like it's not gonna get fixed the way that she's acting, and I don't blame her. When you cheat on somebody, it's hard to come back from that. Like anybody who's been cheated on knows that you have a problem trusting somebody. And even though he's trying to prove it, we see on the next episode where he's sitting across from her and he's like, I'm doing all of this, and she's kind of like, and I kind of get her standpoint too. This, just like Ariela and Binyam, it's a different situation, but there's a lot of give and take that needs to be had, and compromise on both sides, I guess, just like Debbie said. I missed Alabama Camper's super sticker. Thank you. And she said she loves Armando. I appreciate that, Alabama Camper. And thank you, Lady J, for your super sticker. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Carla and Shan, and then I also have Pearl in the room, so I'm going to bring her up after, and we're going to talk about these couples. Hi, Carla. Hi, Shan.
Hi, Anna.
Actually, let me bring up Pearl now. There's 4 of us. Hi, Pearl.
Hi.
All right, Pearl. Since you're probably one of the newest faces, let's have you go first.
Oh, who do you want me to talk about?
Who do you want to talk about?
Oh, well, let's talk about that translator, right?
That damn translator.
That translator will get anyone divorced, honestly. That translator I was laughing my backside off.
I felt so bad. I'm like, at this point, Devon and Jihoon don't stand a chance unless one of them learn. She needs to learn Korean or he needs to learn proper English, because if they don't, this translator is going to be the death of them, which it already, I'm sure, has been.
I felt like Jihoon's mom was actually being really nice. Like, I didn't think she was being shady at all, but Devon just felt like she was belittling her, but she was just being an adorable Kashan's face.
Well, I thought it was funny when the cooking thing. She did throw a little shade about the cooking, but I think it's funny that Devon is just kind of, she's quick to say, like, listen, why cut it up? It all tastes the same, right? And over there they have techniques and mechanisms.
But the way she said it could have been taken so wrong, because she said it in a way that you could feel insulted by it, but Jihoon's mom just kind of laughed it off.
I think Jihoon's mom has a great even though I see her throw the shade, and I think she sticks up for Jihoon to a fault just because it's her baby boy, obviously. Yeah. And I love when she tells the dad to kind of go away, I'm talking. Like she sticks up for herself, but I think she always has a kind of a positive attitude. I just think that this is a tumultuous situation anyway. So really, for what it is and the way that Devon's mom acts too, I think that she does good.
Yeah.
Carla, I see you rolling your eyes.
Yeah, y'all know how I feel about Alicia. I feel like she needs to just duct tape her mouth shut. She talks too much.
She pops off. But
she pops off too much. She just way too over the top for me. I can't deal. Calm down. Relax. You keep saying at the end of the day, it's Devon's decision, but you keep talking about, I'm taking my grand and my kids, I'm leaving. Okay, well, bye. Bye. See you later.
You're don't let the door hit you where,
Yeah, where the good Lord split you. Hallelujah.
Wow. I didn't say that. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Yeah. Shan, what do you think? You don't even have to go in on them. If you have a different couple, you can chime off, but what are your thoughts?
Well, I may as well just finish off with them. I was really, really excited to see how willing Devon is to implement the Korean traditions and cultures into her family, because we see a lot of the other couples aren't willing to do that. She had the robe on. She was doing the 100-day celebration, which I was just talking with someone else earlier, how important that is. My son is mixed. He's Chinese, and we had to do all those. And it was really, really nice. And those envelopes are everything.
Really? You can see Devon's face. It was the first time I saw her smile. Even the mom was like, it's nice to see her smile. I'm like, I would be smiling too. You start throwing envelopes at me with money.
They are.
I'd be grinning. I'd look like the Cheshire Cat.
And it's not $5-10 in there.
Is it good amounts of money?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you can, it's almost like wedding money. Like you can pay for your event and still have significant money to put away for the kid. They're very, very
probably
important in the culture.
Handed Devin like $100.
Each envelope,
Right there.
easy, minimum.
Devon and Jihoon probably had a good night after this. She was probably like, I love you. We're working. This is going to be so
I said that same
great.
thing. I said the money, her collecting all this money would be the only way she stay in Korea.
Maybe
Well,
she
we
could buy
do
a new
know that
translator.
she got a Jihoon 2.0.
Well, at least she
I don't
doesn't
want to
have.
actually, with that being said, let's move on to a new couple too, because Devon has had a rough month anyway. So
Absolutely.
I have feelings on Ken and Armando, and I know that I'm going to be in the minority.
Oh God.
Adam.
Amy, thank you so much for the super sticker. Shan, please, this was rough for me. What did you think?
Wait, is Amy Big Red?
Amy,
Big
sound off.
Red!
Amy, if you are Big Red, identify yourself.
I do, because who doesn't love Big Red? And now we know your
Right.
alter ego. Okay,
Right.
sorry. So Ken and Armando. I'm going to be probably eaten alive for saying this. Kenneth is disgusting me. I am so disappointed with his behavior. He's a 50-something-year-old man. You don't know how to speak a couple of words of Spanish when you're moving to Mexico? How ignorant. And the way that
I
you're
grew up in
acting
Florida
about
too. They teach it to you. It's like, even though he's an older man, it's very like, it's kind of expected in Florida to be able to kind of be bilingual a little bit. You should know a couple of words. In Spanish, if you know Spanish, you can speak about 70% to like 70% of the world. It translates into like Italian, all of these other languages. There's like notes of it. Anyways, I'm disappointed.
See, so
Go
it's
ahead.
okay, so you're disappointed too. That was my word. I'm so disappointed. And then he had to go ask for help about how to use the bathroom. And then he was all heebie-jeebed. And then I don't eat green stuff. Dude,
I know.
where did you think you
He's
were
like a
moving
child.
to? Yeah, right? I was really happy with Armando. He handled it so well. I would have been like, dude, you can go home with your daughters. I thought I was in love. This is not this isn't it.
It's almost like he's kind of Armando's so humbled because this is all he knows, and Kenneth is like, it's again, I just thought it was kind of it was disrespectful the way that's why we have to remember too, there's a whole camera crew following him into this bathroom at this taco stand where these families probably eat all of the time. It's probably their favorite taco stand. That's probably their spot. And then you're walking in and you're just showing disrespect when they don't come from they weren't fortunate enough to come from other beginnings. So I thought it was so disrespectful. And I think, even the people who walked out and said adios, whatever, I don't agree with that, obviously, but I'm just wondering if maybe Kenneth's actions antagonize that.
Right.
Which there's no reason, and when I say that, I use that so loosely. There's nothing could ever merit saying something
what if
like
him
that.
showing him the bathroom and they seen
But
them
that's what I
two-
mean.
Yeah,
Could've made somebody upset.
absolutely.
It
Because they
could've hurt
could have
somebody's
just saw
feelings.
them coming out. They didn't necessarily see the whole thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that. Thank you, Lisa Love, for the super sticker. It just made me like, I was like, and I also then I immediately started thinking about Kenneth's daughters, because as a kid, if your parent was gay and they were going to a different country where it's just kind of scary like this to be gay, I would never want to leave my parent there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's safe. I mean, as much as you want to protect yourself in those circumstances where you don't know the environment, you don't know the situations and circumstances, you really don't know anybody, you don't really have no backup. So what can you really do?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he needs
and
to
even
go like,
then, that's not something you really want to do there. They don't like Armando says, they don't tolerate that very well.
No.
So it's not just a beating, like you said at a bar, they'll try to beat you to death.
It's true. Carla, Pearl, Shan, I have a few other people in the room. Stay down, or stay in, not stay down, stay in, stay up, but stay in, and I'll bring you guys back up.
Oh, damn.
I have a funny story to tell you guys too.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So I have a few new faces in the room. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Queen Bee, Chelsea, and Dana. Hi, guys.
Hi, Adam.
everyone.
How are you? Dana, I'm going to start with you first. What couple are you calling about?
Armando and can you hear me okay? Because I don't have my AirPods in.
I can hear you. It's a little muffled.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I think they're my favorite couple, but unfortunately, I feel like Kenneth is really gonna struggle living in Mexico because he's used to his normal life.
I just don't see how this is going to work.
I know it's gonna turn out quite interesting. I have a feeling.
But then I kind of wonder too, and I'm not saying that, like, everybody should have the money to be able to do this, but a lot of people who live in America go buy, like nice condos for cheap in Puerto Vallarta and like these beautiful kind of cheaper end condos that are in nice areas. I just don't know why maybe that wasn't an option for them, because Kenneth has to have some kind of something from his life in Florida. It has to go somewhere, He wasn't broke.
Right. No kidding. And
I don't know, Chelsea.
Because, Kenneth feels, Kenneth wants to show that he loves Armando. And, Armando's just kind of doesn't want to, he's not there yet, which is understandable. He's young and, he just came out. So that's understandable. So that's another thing that Kenneth's going to have to take into consideration.
And it has to be making him so nervous too, because I have to say, even in America, when I came out to my family and I met my fiance, we've been together for over 6 years, and I made him lie about it for the first year. And we have a 10-year age gap. I wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't tell my family. And I just said, I'm sorry. I'm afraid my family won't talk to me, which that's not what happened. They're the best family ever. But I just kind of, I see why Armando is afraid of these kinds of things. It makes sense, but I hope it ends up turning out better for them.
I know, me too, because I really am. I'm rooting for him, but for some reason, I just have a bad feeling about him.
Chelsea, what do you think?
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, hey, Adam, watch you all the time on Sherrell's show, and I follow them, and I called in with Gio the other night, and super cool. I'm actually in Thailand right now. So we also have that in common. I've been here for 2 years. So, and it's funny because I never watched 90 Day Fiancé before I got here. And then I literally use my phone for everything. I watch everything on YouTube. And 90 Day Fiancé is a show I can watch on YouTube here. So I always catch it like after it airs, obviously. But then I watch your guys' shows. Anyway. Now that I've been living here for 2 years, I've also lived in Korea a year as well, but more than anything in Thailand, I see so much in common with these people, and it's flabbergasting that they do it without, it seems like, any forethought about how different their life is about to be, about how much the world isn't the same as America or Canada or the West, if you will. Like, just our culture, our lifestyle, our idea of what's normal, of what's modern, of what you really need in life, like, it's just also different. And I think that Armando and Kenny are one of the worst examples in that area, just about, he is not ready for this. I don't know why they didn't consider a tourist town. So just on the note of Thailand, the difference between like Phuket or living on Koh Samui, like these areas that are built around kind of comfortableness and like resorts, and your restaurants that serve still international foods, whatever you want, home comforts, that's a much more comfortable place, I think, for Kenny than where they've chosen to live. So I'm not sure what their reason for that was, if it had to do with his daughter, but they already moved her 2 hours away. I don't know. There must be a reason, I think. But
what part of Thailand are you in?
So I'm in a super rural, small village in Thailand. So my world has flipped 360 degrees since leaving. I originally came backpacking, got a job teaching. I am a teacher back home, so I just flowed with it. I love Thailand, but I ended up in one of the smallest, most rural villages that I could in South Thailand, though. So it's like paradise.
I have to show you something. I'm going to pull it out right here. It is so cool.
Like there's literally a mosquito net above my bed right now. Like I'm sitting on my bed. It's on the floor. Like everything is Thai style for me right now.
By the time we left, this is really cool. I just want to show you because you're Thai. So this is fun. This is my fiance when we went, but
oh my goodness.
By the time we left, I don't know if you've seen the Image magazine there. We covered Image magazine together. It was so cool. And then we were leaving and we ended up being plastered all over these Thai gossip magazines everywhere.
No
which was
way.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing ever. And what an experience in Thailand was the fact that you're there. I feel like I'm connecting with you so hard right now.
When are those from? When are those magazines from? When was that trip?
About 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, shut up. That would be so cool to just see it on the news somewhere.
Yeah, but I think it's so cool that you called in and that you've even made a change like that. It also, Thailand helped shape my life. I don't mean to get too off track, but it helps kind of shape you when you take a step out of your culture and you kind of open yourself to see what the world is really like.
That's all it is. And that's like I just said, like there's literally mosquito net over my bed. My bed is on the floor. Like life, I don't know. You adjust to like how much simpler it can be with a lot of differences. It's just different. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different. And a lot of people just can't accept that. They just can't do it. I mean, even not the, I'm sorry, it's a little bit not the same show, but in Moldova, like they're just being so rude about it. And it's like, you should never leave America then. You really like America and everything about it that much. Just stay there because you're not doing yourself any favor by leaving and having the same experience where you were when you were there. Like it's about just acknowledging what do you really need in life and what are just comforts and what can you live without, you know?
And so I'm guessing then you obviously agree that this is the whole Brittany and Yazan, that's not going to work. And this is completely disappointing too.
Well, they are just a whole nother level on a fact of like, it's like I don't know. I think there might even be some real true love or possibly just lust. I'm not sure. Like, I think there's a connection that's genuine. I don't think they're 100% fake for the show. I think that has propelled it and maybe extended the situation. What would have just been a fun time. And maybe sometimes he comes to America and they have like a good night out kind of thing. Like, but I don't think that she is. That's insane. That's intense. I myself, I want to be a world traveler, but there are some countries where I'm like, I'd go with my best guy friend or a buddy or a boyfriend, but I would not do it alone. There's just some places where you can't change everything about yourself when you don't even know what you're doing is wrong. It's normal to me. How would I even know that what I'm doing is so offensive if I've never had to think about it before, you know? Like it's just a big adjustment, and she doesn't seem mature enough to take that on. I'm going to say that.
Chelsea, I agree with you. Dana, I have a few more callers in before I drop you guys down. Stay on too, because I want to bring you guys back up at the end. But Dana, do you have anything to say about Brittany and Yazan? No, Dana. she dropped out anyway. It's okay. She'll come back. Chelsea, I'm going to drop you down, bring up some more, and if you stay in, I'll bring you up at the end.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm loving that we have new callers, new faces. I love all of the faces that call in all the time, but it's fun. We're getting some more people in. That's always exciting. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Hermie in. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
How you doing?
I've only ever heard from you on Super Sticker and on comments. This is so exciting. I get to see you in person.
Yes, it's my first time, so I'm very nervous.
Thank you. Don't be nervous. Thank you for calling. So what couple did you want to call about?
Oh, definitely Brittany and Yazan.
How do you feel?
I think she's extremely disrespectful. And don't tell me this is the first time that she's actually in Jordan. And I'm sure that Yazan has already tapped her. Otherwise, why would she be there? And do you remember Avery and Omar from the previous season?
Yeah.
Do you remember how respectful she was? And she knew the traditions. She knew how to handle the family. And now you've got Brittany who's just saying, I'm American. I can twerk.
Yeah. Well,
and I really don't like that.
See, and I think that's part of the reason that they were able to kind of make their relationship go on to marriage and make that work because, you know, she was willing to kind of adapt, and he didn't give a whole lot, but he gave a little. I feel like for them, they're both so young. Yazan is not going to give, and Brittany's not going to give. She's not going to give up her social media. It's not going to happen. And Yazan's not going to disrespect his family or his culture.
Correct. But I think this is the first time that their visits are actually filmed. So I think that's a little bit two-faced for what they're trying to put up for the family and what they've actually been doing.
I agree.
So,
and then
yeah.
what would you say your favorite part from last night's episode would be?
My favorite part was actually Binyam and Ariela. I don't know why, but I really like Binyam.
I hope it works.
Ariela's a little bit, immature. And she's in the third world. I'm also in the third world. And you know what? It's not as bad as what TLC is trying to portray it. I think they've put them there in a squatter camp and say, try and survive. You're going to be on TV and you're going to get some money. But to be in the third world is really not that bad. I mean, I love my country. I'm from South Africa. And I really love my country. I would never want to leave.
I love that.
So, I
love
really hope they actually make it work.
Well,
my country is awesome. Let's come and visit.
That does it. I'll definitely come visit sometimes. But just because you love yours so much, don't not come visit us, because I'd love to have you in America. And if you ever do, shoot me a message. I'll buy you your first drink.
Okay, awesome. I've actually been there, but I will definitely come again.
When you come again, I promise you, I'm not all talk. Just send me a message.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to get a t-shirt.
Oh, that's exciting. Yes, it's soon enough. And Hermione, please call in anytime now that you know how to do it. Don't ever be scared to do it. Call in anytime.
I definitely will. It was so nice talking to you.
Thanks, Hermione. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Awesome, guys. So many people in the room. I see everybody's getting excited backstage. Jamal, I'm going to go ahead and bring you up. I can't leave you out.
Hey.
You've been sitting down there. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So
Good.
Jamal, you always have something to say, man.
So
what couple?
Kenny and Armando. I think we're, like I said in the chat, I think we're disappointed with Kenny because I think we went in with an expectation that he's older, he has more life experience, therefore he would know more about how things should go in Mexico. So when he's coming off as the typical stereotypical entitled American, it just lets us all down because we expected so much more of him.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. Because unfortunately Americans get a bad rap when they travel. Everywhere they go, we're known as being loud and obnoxious and rude and disrespectful to cultures. And it's even, again, when I went to Thailand and, I just hear stories from everybody travels, but I hear stories from my fiance who's gotten to travel for work. He did Cirque du Soleil and he would meet all of these different people and live in these different countries for years at a time. And he would come back and say, we don't know how to act when we go to different countries. And sometimes it's embarrassing.
And I think another concerning thing for me is that he's very tone deaf to Armando. Like, Armando doesn't know what he's talking about in regards to his own country. When Armando says something, he kind of completely dismisses it. It's like, well, no, he lives here. He grew up here. He knows what he's talking about. He needs to step back, let Armando take the lead. Yes, he's younger than you, but he still knows more than you in this situation. If you were in America, it might be a different situation. But he lives there, and based on what he's just went through, I hope he really takes it in and let me listen to Armando. So that's my whole thought process on that. Brittany and Yazan, I blame her, him, her managers, everybody who was involved in her circle, because they should have told her, sat her down, look, this is what you're getting into. This is what Jordan's really about. And then we all know she's there to promote herself, but she hasn't done anything in that regard. Nothing with her rap career, nothing with her modeling career. I'm sure there are designers in Jordan she could have modeled for and done that. She could have collaborated with some music people in Jordan. Why is she not doing that? So I kind of what's really your point? You're a waste of my screen, a waste of my time.
It's kind of, it seems like we're kind of forging a storyline here a little bit at this point. But I do agree where you can see that there's this kind of like lustful connection, but then they can't technically physically connect, and Brittany's trying to physically connect. But at this point, I also can see that Brittany would obviously be very excited about having the airtime that TLC gives her if she wants to do music videos. So I'm kind of at a conflict too. But Jamal, I have Grandma Scary. She called in the room, so I'm going to go ahead and bring her up. And I appreciate you calling in. Stay on, and then I'll bring you up at the end.
Sounds good.
All right. Guys, the callers today. Holy cow. We are having you guys are coming through. 176 in the room. I almost think, should I start doing my TLC 90 Day Fiancé recaps at 10 a.m. PST instead of the same night? Because I feel like we're getting a lot of traction here. I feel like this is like better. You guys are excited about that. All right, Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Wow, we get to finally meet.
Well, yeah, you're meeting the infamous Grandma Scary.
I love that, which is actually Grandma
If I go upside down, this hair will go like this, and it used to scare the little kids when I did it.
I love that.
So, oh, wow.
Oh,
I
appreciate you calling. Well, how is Pops?
I loved him.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
how's
you.
the fires?
Oh, he's good. They're still getting the fires under control, but yeah, Pops is good. I actually, Grandma Scary, if you're around tonight, I'm doing Super Bravo Tuesday, and I have a big question that I want to ask everybody. And it pertains to Pops. So I really hope you're around because it's going to be fun. Yeah.
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 And I'm loving that Married at First Sight. Australia's totally different.
Yeah, you said that.
There's troublemakers in there. They're doing like kind of like experimental stages. And then they get to vote. Each person and each couple gets to vote whether to stay or go.
Wow.
And
okay.
Yeah. And
so we might have to pick up a new show, Grandma Scary.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Australia's better than the US one.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm feeling the US one right now, but I'm trying.
Lots of fake boobs and everything in Australia. I'm telling you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, did you watch last night's episode of 90 Day?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so what was your favorite part of last night's episode?
Well, the one that I don't think's going to make it are two of them. Three of them. Devon's not going to make it. We all know that already.
Yeah.
There is no freaking way that Brittany's going to cover that bootylicious butt. There's no way. I think she's, there's no way. She ain't going to walk around in that hijab thing and that great big gown thing, all the time. There's no way. Come on. I think she's kind of a Usman.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I do. I think she's kind of an Usman. She might have feelings for the guy, but if she thought she was going to change him, it ain't going to work. And then Ariela, right from the start, when she and her mother landed, and right from the start, when she saw him, she started crying. She had the panic attack in the taxi cab. She said he lost weight. He cut his hair. He didn't even look like the same. Frank. He didn't even look like the same guy. And what I don't understand, the only thing with them is her parents were supporting her lifestyle. She didn't have a job. So why aren't they giving her money for an apartment right now?
Maybe they're like, you want to go? If you want to go, figure it out. You gotta.
I think it's a show.
I feel like we're doing a lot for the show right now too. I feel like we're reaching for the show. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it's a show. Yep.
Well, Grandma Scary, I appreciate you calling in. You stay on, and then at the end, I can go ahead and bring you up and say goodbye.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. All right, guys, I have 2 more callers in the room, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. They're new callers, so I want to bring them in. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Adam. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for calling.
That's good. This is the first time I'm calling into you.
Well, I appreciate it.
I wanted to ask you a question. Did
Of
you know
course.
that Ariela had to have her baby by C-section?
I didn't.
Yeah. Just today, I found out. It was some on the internet popped up. Yeah, she went to the doctor for a checkup, and he said, you're going to have to deliver early. And she says, when? He says, like today. So I don't know, from then. So evidently, she must have had the baby over there because Binyam was with her.
Oh, that sounds awful, especially being in a not saying that this would be bad for anybody in a third world country, but if it's just, I couldn't imagine being
by yourself with not your own family, I feel really bad for her. So I just hope everything goes well.
I do too.
The hospital looked decent. They look like they were up on a lot of medical stuff, but it's just to be over there and not with your mom and your family. That's hard.
And a little in the language barrier and just trying to communicate with him now, having this baby and trying to guide him, but also again, the language barrier, the kind of lack of communication. And then she's now having this baby. Unfortunately, you get cut open and then he's going to go dancing at night. She's probably going to be stressed about that. This is just a lot.
Yeah. The only company she's going to have is the baby too. And then after a while, you want to speak to adults, and then if he's going to be out working all the time, I don't see her staying there. She's
going to be FaceTiming her mom all the time.
Yeah. Or she's going to come back. Yeah. Because it's not going to be a good situation. But
I agree with you. And then what was your, what was the best moment of last night for you?
Well, I enjoyed Angela being so respectful to Michael's mother, which she always is. She's so charming, but other times, she can be so like rough, like a rough person. But we got to see on that. But we know they got married. But the sad thing is I don't know if he's ever going to be able to get over here.
I know. I feel so bad for her because she always, one of her biggest stresses is, she always says like, I'm not getting any younger and this and that. And she's always stressing just that time is against her. That's how she feels, I feel. So it just it makes me so sad for her that she's trying to get him over and it seems like it's just not working right now.
And how she acts with him so rough. I think she does it for 2 reasons. First of all, that's just her personality because she was on a TV show once before about paternity with her daughter. And she had that same gruff attitude.
Wasn't it Mari or was it Jerry Springer? It was like Mari or Jerry.
It was a woman's show. It was some woman's show. I forget what the name of it was. She does paternity too, like Maury. And then the other thing is she treats him like one of her grandchildren. You ain't going to do that. You sit back here, like that. You ever notice that? Like she's
and she starts off too. She's like, Michael, you're like, I love you and I can't wait. And then all of a sudden it's a different ringtone and she's like, damn it, Michael. And it's like, holy cow. What personality just came flying out of there? And Michael just looks like he knows she'll slap the hell out of him.
You never heard him yell at all. It's like, what is he on that he's so calm? I mean, an average male would go snap back, he just sits there like, okay.
Especially when you come from a country where, the male is kind of like the dominant one, right?
Yeah,
you would think that he would be like, almost like Darcy's ex.
He's submissive.
Jesse.
He's submissive. So he's going to fit right in with her. It's like, yes, Angela. Yes, whatever she wants.
Yes, Angela. I love that. Well, I appreciate you calling in. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing everybody back to say their last goodbyes. And thank you so much. Call back next time.
Enjoy your show. Thank you.
All right. And then also, if you're around tonight, we're doing Super Bravo Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Take care now. Bye now.
Bye. And guys, one last caller before I go, and then I'm going to bring up everybody to say goodbye. I have Big Red in the room, so wow, this has just made my calling dreams come true today. I do have to say that. Hi, Big Red. How are you?
I love you, Adam. Something was wrong with the camera. I'm so sorry.
You're the best.
And
I wanted to say, Big Red, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Thank you, Amy, for the super sticker. I just didn't want to interrupt Grandma Scary. And also, thank you, Kelly. I appreciate the super sticker.
I am Amy. Sent the super sticker. But
I'm
not Amy on the Sherelle show. No.
I thought it was another Amy. Well, what if it was another Amy? I don't want to miss it. I'm comments, and also I got Grandma Scary in here, Big Red. I have Chelsea, Dana. I have everybody. This is an exciting show. I'm just excited.
You know what, Adam? You coming up? I told you you're gonna be somebody.
Wow,
I'm so proud of you. Very proud of you. I'm happy you found Pops. Man, I know that must have felt great.
Probably one of the best feelings.
I know it was. I'm so proud of you. But as far as the show goes, I might need to step back a little bit. He's a little spoiled. He's spoiled. The two gay couple.
Kenneth and Armando?
He needs to step back. He needs to step back and let the guy take the lead, because he knows what he's talking about. He lives there. He's from there. So I think they can make it, but he kind of needs to step back, and he's spoiled. He's very spoiled. So he needs to kind of let the guy take the lead. I know he's young, but he knows what he's talking about.
I just hope that it doesn't take something crazy to happen for Kenneth to realize he's not in Florida anymore.
I hope nothing happen. I really hope nothing happens there, because we don't know how they're going to accept that there. But obviously he knows. So that's why I'm saying he needs to step back.
Even when they were quick to kind of pop off at the mouth a little bit, I was like, no way, dude. What? Right. And he's like, I wish you would have said that. You know, I'm like, what? Even Armando was like, what are you going to do? You're going to fight him? Like, you don't know. You just don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know if this man will punch you in the mouth, shoot you, or stab you. You don't know.
But that's how I feel about Angela as well over there in Africa. Like, stop. Like, you don't have to. I'm happy that she's stepping up, because she's right about letting her parents know, letting his parents know that, hey, look, it's going to be 50-50 in America. I like that she's doing that, but I don't want her popping off in another country. That's what I mean. Because we don't know who don't like her there. They're going to look at her like she's the white devil there. And I'm kind of worried about her over there, because I like Angela. She just need to, he knows who she is. You know what I'm saying? She know how their relationship is. She doesn't have, I think Angela just know how to do good TV. I think that's all that is. Angela knows how to play the game.
She does do good TV, but no, since you're on a roll with this, I just want to follow you up with, I said this earlier, but this is what I was saying about Brittany and Yazan. I understand she likes the way that she does things in her social media, and we all have things that we like. But
doing too much.
You're being dangerous when you start disrespecting people's cultures and just saying like, I'm a do me and you're not going to tell me what to do. And it's just, they're at this point, they're just kind of like, who are you and why are you here?
She's doing the most. And next thing you know, she'll be telling us to send her money to get her out of jail there. I don't know. She's acting crazy. She's acting her age, honestly, but in another country. She need to stop.
Do you think the people that these couples, like the Brittany, the Kenneth, do you feel like they almost feel some sense of protection because they have production crews and it doesn't feel real yet?
I feel like that, but I don't think, let me tell you, the production crews cannot stop the law. It doesn't matter that they're there. They are not their bodyguard.
Do you remember Karini and Paul?
Right.
Paul, didn't Karini get robbed when Paul ran off? Remember?
That's what I'm saying.
In production was like, she just got robbed. And it's like, that's how real it is. They
didn't do anything because they know they can't do anything. That's what I'm saying. Angela needs to stop being Angela, because I love who Angela is, but she needs to talk like Sherelle said, when in Rome, you don't have to, fall down to the knees, but she needs to fall back. She needs to say, you know what, Mike, you already know what it is when we get back to America. You're going to be flipping hamburgers just like me. Period. She don't have to, disrespect the auntie. She don't have to do that. Period. She just have to say, you know what? Okay, smile, and we'll see when we get to America. But again, Angela knows how to play the game. That's why I keep watching her.
So the general consensus is that just everyone's doing the most?
No, Yasmin doing, what her name? Brittany, she doing the most. She need to sit her butt down, seriously, for something really bad happens. And I'm worried about, what is his name now? Kenny? I'm worried about Kenny up a little bit because he's spoiled. It's not America over there. Chill out. Learn Spanish. Learn the language. Then you'll know what's going on.
And it just shows, and the people will pick up that you're trying to learn, that you're trying to not, I don't do guacamole. How do you say it? Oh, gracias. Gracias, por favor. You're like,
but he's
how about
kind of rude in a stuck-up way, and I didn't. It's kind of like, to me, he's stepping on his partner. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of, to me,
belittling a little bit,
belittling him like he's nobody. I don't like that.
I agree with you, Big Red. Well, we are approaching an hour, and I love that you called in today. This is so exciting for me. I promise this made my day. I hope you make it to Super Bravo Tuesday tonight.
I'm gonna make it tonight as well. You caught me.
I love that.
Thank you, God, that I caught you.
I love that. And thank you for calling in. We'll see you tonight.
Shan. I meant to say I love Carla and Shan because they always, come in on me. And yes, Shan, I did get your comment. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, Adam. And Adam, you keep up the good job. And hey, I'm telling everybody about you over here. So
I'm gonna keep you around, Big Red. Thank you. Please call in anytime. I'll always make space for you.
Okay, you guys take it easy and peace and love, everybody.
Peace and love. I love that. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start saying goodbye to everybody. I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's just when it hits an hour. So I'm going to bring everybody up for a quick 20-second what you're looking forward to most next week. And I'm just going to rotate them through until we say goodbye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. 20 seconds, roulette. Debbie, you're on. What are we looking forward to most next week?
Oh, just more of the same trash. I don't know why I watch this. It's just that more of the storylines are becoming, they're not as genuine as they were at the beginning. So I don't know. I just torture myself. There's nothing else to do during my furlough. So might as well watch trash.
Debbie, I love the honesty. People were saying in the comments that TLC just dropped a new mid-season trailer or something like that. I have to go check it out. I guess it's for the other way or something. I don't know what they were saying. Someone's taking a hiatus. I just saw it as I clicked on. So
yeah, this is like the mid-season finale. So I guess they'll take a couple of weeks off and then come back. I think it's because they don't have much footage, decent footage, especially for the Monday night show the other way. I don't think they have a lot of content to share.
And with the pandemic, they probably have to stretch a lot of their content.
They could use that as an excuse, but I just don't think they have like good footage. I think
you just think the show's boring.
Yeah, these couples are not believable. Well, maybe Kenny and Armando, but the rest of them are just trash.
All right, Debbie, I appreciate you calling in. Please, if you want to say they're trash, you say they're trash. Thank you for calling in, and we'll see you tonight at Super Bravo Tuesday.
Yep, bye.
All right, bye. All right, next up, who's it going to be? I don't know, but you have 20 seconds. Oh, who do I go? Set. Carla, go.
Boom. Okay. I think I'm looking forward to how this is going to go between Brittany and Yazan, with if she's finally going to come out and tell them that she's married or whatever. And I'm really looking forward to seeing if Ariela finally calms her nerves a little bit and kind of relaxes and let Binyam kind of just like take her own lead, while she goes through this pregnancy.
All right. I love that. And Carla, right after this, by the way, before Super Bravo Tuesday, I am headed up to FedEx or UPS or whatever it is to send out yours and Shan's shirts today. I just wanted to say that. So, yeah, see you soon. And I got to bring up the next one. See you tonight. All right, guys, who's next in the room? Here we go. Shan.
My cheeks hurt from smiling. This was the best episode.
This was so much fun today.
I'm dying. I can't believe we got to see Hermione,
Grandma Scary. We even got Lil Joe who came in. Debbie, Chelsea, Dana. We got Pearl who came back. Big Red. This was a great day.
That's all. That's my 20 seconds. I want to say thank you to all of you OG chatters.
Chatters.
For coming on. I'm dying. You've made my whole day. My cheeks are sore, and that's my 20 seconds. Thank you for you guys.
Now I feel like I have to rebuttal with a 10-second. Like, I almost hope this was so amazing that Super Bravo Tuesday can live up to what we just had today. But yes, Shan, I'm going to go ahead and drop you down and pick the next one. All right, next one. Here we go. Pearl. Hi, Pearl.
Hi, Adam. Well, I just want to say I'm actually looking forward to Jenny and Sumit next week because I think they meet Sumit's parents next week, don't they?
Yes, and we have the cameras following him into the room.
Yes, so we've never seen them. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to see how that goes. And I'm also looking forward to see, I think reality is going to set for Ariela. And I want to see how because it looks like she's going to pop off on Binyam a bit, and he tells her to shut up or something. So I want to see that fight. Yeah, so but anyway, I'm so happy to be here, Adam. Thanks for having me. I wanted to come on yesterday and defend you against Karen. With Sherelle's breakfast tea. Yeah, that's it. So anyway,
she's never gonna take my side against Karen, but that's okay.
That's okay. All right. Hopefully I can make it because it's gonna be like 2 a.m. over here. But hopefully I can make it.
You have to sleep though. It's okay. It'll upload if you can't make it.
It's fine. All right. Thanks, Adam.
Bye, bro. All right, guys. Next in the room, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up Chelsea.
Yay, me. Okay, so I think that I'm actually the most excited about Ariela and Binyam, just because actually I think they're not that exciting, but I think that he's just so sweet. I think he's really trying, and I'm just interested to see where they go. All the rest of them, I don't know. I kind of feel like I know where they're going, or they've already been spoiled, or I don't know. I'm just not as excited. So that would actually be probably my next most exciting thing.
Well, and it's kind of true. It almost takes away from us a little bit as viewers when we can already predict what's going to happen. So when there's a little bit of like mystery there, it's all we have left.
There were no super spoilers, although arguably like the Devon and Jihoon thing's a little bit. I'm like, oh, bummer, but she did upgrade. So, I mean, if that's all true. But anyways, so next week's, I think there's just the only couple where I'm really like, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what's going to happen with those two. So all the rest of them, I kind of feel like I either know, and not that they were shocking if they broke up out of the couples that have kind of since confirmed they did or whatever. But yeah, anyway, that's what I think.
I love that. Thank you, Chelsea, for calling in, and please call in more often.
So good. Okay, bye, Adam. Bye, everyone.
Bye. All right, and before we go, Grandma Scary, can you tell us what you're looking forward to most to help us end off our day?
I can.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, Grandma Scary. She pulled a Houdini act on me. Okay, well then I also have, you know what? Big Red came in and I was so excited to have her. I'm ending my day with Big Red unless Grandma Scary pops right back up. Oh, she is. So Big Red also is going to say goodbye. Grandma Scary?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most?
I'm worried about, what do I think about what?
I said, what are you looking forward to most?
Well, I'm worried about how Armando's dad takes and family takes Kenny. Because he said it almost destroyed him when his mom didn't accept that he was gay when he was married, and then his wife died in the car crash.
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, Kenny's really pushing Armando, and I'm worried about that being pushed too soon. I mean, they're devout Catholics in that country. You know, it's not as progressive, obviously, as European or American countries, or even some third world countries. So that's what I'm worried about. Okay. And they're the only ones I worry about, because they're the only nice ones. You know, all the other ones are kind of trashy in their own way. So it's like, I don't have to worry about the other ones, just the nice ones.
Well, Grandma Scary, I love that. And I love that you focus on the positive, nice ones. Thank you so much for calling in today. You made so many people's day, even Shan's day. You made everybody's day. So I hope we see you tonight. And if you call in, I'll bring you up.
Okay, I'll call in. Bye.
See you tonight.
Bye.
Bye. Tell the puppy bye. All right. And Big Red, help me say goodbye.
Everyone, we're going to say goodbye and stay tuned in for Adam tonight and stay in the program. Adam, put that Up and Adam shirt on for sale because I want one. I really want one.
And then also, I love that, Big Red. And real quick before we go, why don't we just say real quick, I have 1 minute, 9 seconds, or 1 hour, 9 minute, and 14 seconds. Why don't we take 10 seconds to just be totally quiet and respect to everybody who's going through all of the crap out there with the fires, the hurricanes, the animals, everything. We'll take 10 seconds.
Releasing all of this trash like everyone's talking about it.
That was nice. That was nice. Thank you, Big Red. Thank you for
I love you, Adam. You take it easy. I love you, everybody. Goodbye.
I love you too. Thank you for calling.
See you later.
Bye. Guys, that was so awesome. Thank you guys so much for calling in. This was such a great show. I had so much fun. I'm not even kidding. I actually might just move my recaps to the next morning at 10 a.m. because this was such a crazy response to today's show. The numbers were amazing. The response, the callers. Wow. I hope Super Bravo Tuesday is just as awesome. And also, guys, I have Faces by Bravo calling in. He has a show also called And Now We Said It. His name's Steve. He's a Bravo historian, as he likes to call himself. He's going to call in with his co-host tonight and talk some Bravo dish. We're going to talk about Melyza and her boyfriend unfollowing each other. Did they break up because Melyza got him on the show? Dorinda exiting from Real Housewives of New York. Aisha's back. Garcelle got booked on The Real. Everyone's like, she's going to New York. Guys, they filmed that in Burbank. That's not in New York. But so she could definitely still be on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And Brandy tweeted that she's gone shopping for some jewelry and I think she spelled jewelry wrong and she found a diamond. So we have a lot to talk about, guys. We're going to have some fun callers, and thank you guys again so much for participating. Bye, everybody, except you, Jolene. Bye, guys.